But this video is basically about the 2007 Impreza base model. I'm testing out to see how much gas mileage it gets 10 years later. It's now 2017. We bought it in 2007. And right after that, I feel like the models... Oops, sorry guys. I'll turn that down a little bit. I feel like they sort of chinsed out on maybe some of the body panels and the interior dampening, because a lot of owners after this year complained about rattles and noises in the seats. I get none of that. These seats are solid, and when I'm driving, no rattles really. There's if anything, I had some sort of well, I don't know what you call it exactly. I know there's a name for it, but there's like an exhaust rattle. I think it's something to do with like the manifold cover or something. Like at certain RPMs, it starts resonating at a certain frequency because maybe it's gotten a little loose. I should have mentioned that last time I got my oil changed, but I didn't. So is where I'm gonna go right now. Is I'm gonna go see. I'm at 38.9 miles, and I'm gonna top it off until the gas stops, and then see what gas mileage I'm getting right now. So stay tuned. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. It's actually at 39.4 now, because I don't know why I started the video when I did, but it is what it is. Let's go get some gas. Follow me. Damn, this is dirty. I don't know what this means, guys, but oh, you know what? That's probably because of the emissions thing that I never got fixed. Something to do with the there's a canister in back, like an evap purge something or other in the back. Not the one in the front, but it got dirty. Anyways, well, I can't hold the phone and get my debit card out, so this will be to be continued, and I'll show you the pump while it goes in. Alright guys, so it stopped at 1.739. So I'll do the calculations. Actually, you guys can do the calculations if you want, but that's what it gets. So 39.4 miles and 1.7 gallons is what I used. Alright guys, I did the math on the phone real quick. 22.65 miles a gallon for a 170 horsepower car, 4-cylinder engine. That's pretty bad. I don't know if it's to do with the let's get out of here. This is mostly highway and only a tiny bit of city driving. So man, I mean, the 2007 model with the 2.5 does not get that great of gas mileage, let me tell you, because this is just basically taking it easy, like, you know, third gear cruising. Oh shit, hold up. Going through red lights. Yeah, man, I mean, I don't think that's that great. Actually, I mean, most of you probably think that's pretty terrible, considering maybe the newer ones, some people were, and this is sea level, so I don't know if the altitude makes any difference on miles per gallon, but it certainly makes a difference in the speed of the car. Because at a higher elevation, you know, cars are slower for whatever reason. I guess they're not getting as much oxygen or whatever, you know, air. So, you know, that's just common sense. But 22.65 miles a gallon, guys, after 10 years. So I don't know what it got right off the bat. I think maybe it got 24, 25. I really didn't do that much of the math, but the PT Cruiser got better gas mileage than this, which is crazy. Anyway, guys, so I might actually be test driving a BMW 228i with a sport package today in my favorite color. It's sort of like a goldish orange, like that orange sporty color that you see in the like the Vets, the C7 Vets when they first came out. Actually, even some C6s came out in that color. Easily one of my favorite colors to date. Anywho's, I'm gonna be doing an overall 2007 ownership, what it's been like to own the Subaru Impreza. Anyways, guys, so what I'm basically doing right now is I'm gonna include this in what it's like to own a 2007 Impreza what we've had to repair, if I can even remember it all, and what it's like to drive one. What I can say now is it's a pretty decent daily driver. Not the best, not the most fun vehicle. That's actually where I test drove the Mustang, right down that street, and man, it rode completely different than this car. The rear end of it feels so much more planted on the road. It takes bumps better. As far as like this car, just really, you know, it's the base model, so the suspension is a little soft, but it's not soft enough to be comfortable, especially to passengers. I hated being a passenger in this car. The way that it takes bumps is just absolutely horrendous unless you're driving it, and I don't know why that is. And maybe you guys have similar instances where you like driving a car but you don't like being the passenger. I'm sort of like that because my girlfriend likes when I drive, no matter whose car we're taking, and she's usually always the passenger. So I'm so used to driving, especially in Florida with all the crazy nut job drivers and old people and whatnot, because driving from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is a freaking nightmare. You have psychotics on the road. You have people doing crazy ass shit that I don't want anything to do with. I almost, the way that things have been going right now, I don't want to be on the road during that time, and I'm dead serious. Like, I will go out at 2 to 4, and please get me home before the psychotics are on the road, because they drive seriously. What the? So let's do this now. I'm gonna show you guys the overview of the car and go over shiznit. All right, I'll be back.